Yeah, thank you for joining us this afternoon, guys. Obviously, very appreciate the opportunity and certainly grateful to the CFP committee for recognizing the Miami Hurricanes and how we've earned our opportunity. And certainly, all systems go full throttle in preparation for this opportunity against an excellent Texas A&M team. So that being said, questions, please.
Thanks, Coach. We'll start with Jordan McPherson. Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey Mario, two questions. First off, just what was the team's reaction when you guys finally did see your name slide into the playoffs after a few weeks of uncertainty?
Well, we've been communicating via phone, FaceTime, text messaging, or whatnot. We did not have a team meeting today. Our meeting is tomorrow morning as we begin preparations. But because we had worked the entire week, and this is typically a day off in their work week, so we kept the schedule as is. But you could tell by the tone of their message was, hey, let's get to work. Obviously, extremely happy, extremely grateful for the opportunity, but very driven to get to the task at hand.
And then just for the next week and a half, 2 weeks up until the game, just what are the next 2 weeks going to look like from a practice standpoint in terms of getting guys healthy and also balancing when you're going to start going full force and all of that?
No, we'll begin normal preparations as you would 2 weeks out from, let's say, when you're in camp 2 weeks out, or when you're on a bye week 2 weeks out. So it doesn't change. You have the opportunity to put together 2 full game weeks without the game on the first week. So that saves you maybe some of the physical, things that you are exposed to. But all in all, from a preparation standpoint, you will be able to maximize the right number of practices.
Next, we'll go to Tim Reynolds. Tim, go ahead.
Thanks, Carter. Hi, Mario. How obviously you wanted to get in for all the obvious reasons. It goes without saying. The fact that kids like Carson, Akeem, some of the kids are going to look at going early in the draft, I'm sure. The fact that they get to end their college chapters on the field, how important just was that element to you?
I mean, it's always the goal, right? I mean, when we first arrived here, that was always placed as, priority. So guys like that, like you mentioned, that have been here with us from the beginning, guys that joined us as of late too. So really for everybody, for our entire program, every coach, every administrator, anybody involved in the University of Miami, it's awesome. It's why you do it, to give yourselves a chance, an opportunity to play for a national championship. And then for us is making sure we focus on 1-0. So, but yeah, to those guys, it means everything to them. They got to jump on film nice and early within minutes of the announcement. So as you would expect, so just an awesome moment for them.
Next, we'll go to Adam Lichtenstein. Adam, go ahead.
Hi, Mario. First off, congrats. Second, my first question is, you mentioned guys coming back from injuries and stuff. Do you expect Keontae Scott to return for the playoffs?
We're not sure. We're very hopeful. We know he's going to be back here in the near future, expected near future. I cannot say exactly, but we do feel like he's trending in the right direction. As it relates to everybody else, we feel really, really good about it. So that's the one guy that we're waiting on.
And then just kind of a bigger picture question. I mean, obviously, you got here 4 years ago. You guys go 5-7, missed the postseason entirely. Come a long way since then. Just what does it mean for the program to be able to get to this next level, this next step?
It's validation of everything that everything that we preached, everything that we set out to do. And I say the beginning of what we set out to do. We haven't arrived anywhere yet. We still have a long ways to go, but the continued progress of our program year after year after year, and the fact that when you look at our recruiting class, the number of players that we'll have coming back, the continued investment in the program is the trajectory. I mean, sky's the limit for us. So, for us, it's this is a great step, but again, we're not here just to participate, right? We want to make sure that the best version of the University of Miami is out there like it was the last 4 weeks. But certainly for our program, progress is always validation, and we don't want to stop that trajectory.
Next, we'll go to Brian London. Brian, go ahead.
Hey, Mario, congratulations. Your team has been playing unbelievable college football over the last month, to say the least. What gives you confidence about the way your team is playing now, and it gives you confidence that they'll be able to take that play forward into the playoffs?
What gives me confidence is their attitude, their effort, and their work ethic. When you approach preparation with that type of enthusiasm and energy, it typically leads to some really good things, to higher level execution, and really fires me up. I mean, this has been an unbelievable group to be around. It really has. They just bring it every single day. So I can't wait to get to work with them. I mean, judging by obviously their messages to me, I should say, it's a group they know that for us to give ourselves the best opportunity, the best chance, we have to go to work.
Next, we'll go to Andrea Adelson. Andrea, go ahead.
Hey, Mario, thanks for doing this. Slightly similar situation to last year where you're 10-2 and kind of waiting for Sunday to figure out if you're going to be in. Did you feel more confident this year that you would? And if you did, was it because you had that head-to-head win over Notre Dame?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think last year I felt like legitimately there was a debate. Like we had some positives, other teams had some positives and angles, and it was like, all right, what's going to actually tip this, take this over the top? Whereas this year, I felt like all the facts should be speaking for us. Like we didn't have to create any kind of angle or posture, anything. I felt it was just a matter of the information repeatedly being placed on the laps of the decision makers, because we always felt it was enough. And then we credit to Cam Gorby, all the work he put in, his team, because they really did a great job at the simplicity of getting those facts to the forefront of the college football world. And, really appreciative of all the, so many people, so many big names, so many TV and media personalities just stating, the facts and the obvious, that Miami was deserving and best because of what we have done, what we are doing now, and of course the head-to-head. So yeah, there was confidence, and certainly gratitude to be rewarded for the hard work of our players and our staff.
Next, we'll go to Brian Davis. Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Along those lines, it's we're what, 4 hours since the show. Is your takeaway from this just the frustration in how this is all selected and how this all works?
Well, I mean,
Maybe that's putting it mildly.
man, it's hard. It's a hard job. It's a tough industry, right? I mean, where else are so many variables, so influential in determining the outcome of a game that could send teams in a death spiral or propel others to, new heights. And you have human error, and you have officiating, and you have injuries and all that. So there's so much that goes into the game of football that when you also add, a committee to make decisions, it's just hard. It's hard on everybody. So there's a lot of stuff that has to be assessed, looked at, certainly remedied, and then there's a lot of positives as well. So I don't know how to answer your question. I know one thing: the passion behind college football is at an all-time high. And the part I'm most happy about in terms of the process is that we didn't compromise winning on the field, because with all the chaos in college football right now, all the uncertainty, college football has been hurled into a different galaxy, right? Coaches are taking jobs, but they have to fly back to be able to coach their teams for the current job. And with all this going on, I'm glad that we didn't punish the student athletes who actually laid it on the line on the field as it relates to the criteria to be considered someone in the field. And I'm glad that we didn't devalue winning.
And real quick, just what jumps out at you first when you think of a Mike Elko team?
Big, strong, fast, explosive. You have elite playmakers in all phases, from their quarterback, their wide receivers, their defensive fronts, most sacks in the country, as explosive as you can get with a Heisman quarterback. I think their trenches really stick out right away. I mean, again, just big and physical. I know their strength coaches really, really well. I know how they train. Those guys are built to go deep into November, December, January, and play at a high level. Just top to bottom, a team that doesn't have weaknesses, and one that has been playing at a high level all year.
Thank you.
So,
Next, we'll go to Alex Miller. Alex, go ahead.
Hey, Mario, kind of going off of what Brian's first question, I'm sure you guys are grateful and excited to be in the playoff, but do you anticipate there's going to be ramifications with how everything played out? I mean, Notre Dame's just announced that they're withdrawing consideration for a bowl game this season.
I mean, that's their choice. I don't know how that affects or doesn't affect how things are done and processes. Actually, Coach Saban always had a great line. It was like, if you want to make everybody happy, don't coach and get involved in football. Go sell ice cream, because the ice cream man makes everybody happy. In football, not everybody's going to be happy. Notre Dame's a great football team, and processes like this, all processes need to get, assessed again and remedy wherever they can. But I think everybody's working at it. Last year we were excluded and we weren't very happy. And it's a tough business, man. It's a really, really tough business. I respect everybody and everyone involved in it. And, my focus right now is really on just getting us prepared for Texas A&M.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Christian Procia. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on making the playoff. When you looked at, or when people look at social media and when they look at the media as a whole over the last 2 weeks, obviously Miami was the forefront of every discussion. And a lot of that just came from how passionate the fan base was, like you said, trying to deliver the facts of why Miami should be in this 12-team playoff. As a coach and one of the faces of representation of this program, how rewarding is it to you seeing just the fan base fighting for that U on your chest?
That part is unbelievable. And again, like, coming back to Miami had nothing to do with a good contract or fame or fortune. It had everything to do with making sure the University of Miami made its way back to where it was, top of the college football world. So the amount of work, the amount of people behind the work, the amount of hours, blood, sweat, tears from everybody. For them, this is awesome. This is like it's 23 years of frustration. Now you have 2 back-to-back 10-win seasons and the opportunity to go and compete and play for a national championship. So I think for them it's awesome. I think they've been awesome. It's validation, right? After all those hours and all that effort, you want validation that this is going in the right direction. And that's what it does. It validates progress. It doesn't validate final goal achieved, but it validates significant, real deal progress. So all I can say is, for everyone involved, anyone that's part of the Miami Hurricane family, and some were people that never actually went to school here, but became part of the Miami Hurricane family. I feel awesome for them. Certainly grateful for their support. All the people that do so many things behind the scenes on the front lines. And so, there's no need to motivate us every day to go to work for the University of Miami, man. We're all about being a Miami Hurricane. So it's an incredible blessing, and I can't wait to continue working our way towards more and more progress.
We've got time for 2 more. We'll go to Travis Brown. Travis, go ahead.
Hi, Mario. I know Mike Elko spent some time in the ACC. Curious your history with him. Do you have a relationship with him, or just any memories of going against him on the football field?
Great football coach. Certainly his teams have always played at a high level. He did a great job at Duke, and certainly doing an awesome job at Texas A&M as well. And his teams are physical. They're tough. They're very well coached and disciplined. A lot of respect for Coach Elko.
And we'll wrap up and go back to Tim Reynolds for one more. Tim, go ahead.
Thanks, Carter. Mario, I guess there was you could split hairs on whether Ole Miss should have been 6 or 7 or whatever, but everybody knew who 1 through 8 was. everybody knew Tulane and James Madison were 11 and 12. Obviously, it came down to 9 and 10. When you saw Alabama at 9, can you just take us to the moment of what it's like waiting for 10 to pop up on the screen and what happened in those 5 seconds for you when it actually became real?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest, I still felt confident. And then, of course, you feel anxiety. No one can't sit here and lie and say you weren't nervous, because you just, when it's not completely in your hands, those feelings kind of come in a little bit. They creep in. But yeah, when that thing popped on the screen, it was I don't know, like an explosion of gratitude. I don't know if that makes sense. It hits you, man. Another monster step for us, another significant step for us, and it's real. And to see the Miami logo, the U beside the CFP logo, that hit strong. We had about, I don't know, 3 minutes of some high fives and, really just strong, just energy and juice, and right to film work, getting ready for the opponent. So, no, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. And always envision this opportunity for Miami. That's why we got on the plane and came all the way across the country to be back here as part of it. And to see that next step in the process become a reality is an unbelievable feeling, undescribable feeling. So, and now it's time to get to work.